The new S-Class, the new luxury, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.
Malaysia has introduced new quarantine exemption rules for travellers to the country who have been previously infected by the COVID-19 virus. This will come into effect from January 13th. Minister of Health Khairi Jamaluddin says that the exemption is subject to such travellers being fully vaccinated and having contracted COVID-19 within 11 to 60 days of their arrival. In a statement, Khairi said that travellers must have printed or digital laboratory reports to show that they were infected within that period. He says upon arrival in Malaysia, the traveller who meets all these requirements does not need to undergo mandatory quarantine. However, the traveller is still required to undergo COVID-19 testing using the RTK antigen test kit in the presence of a government health worker. Travellers who have not yet completed their vaccinations and those that are not vaccinated will be subject to mandatory quarantine of 7 days at a quarantine station. In his statement, Khairi pointed out that the new ruling was based on scientific evidence and the latest developments in other countries in managing travellers who have been infected. Separately, MOH also urged individuals who are eligible to get a booster dose to achieve an optimum level of protection and avoid severe symptoms and complications. Property developer SP Satay's wholly owned subsidiary Satay HC Ventures had on January 12th incorporated wholly owned unit Satay City Healthcare to develop and operate an ambulatory care centre. However, SP Satay did not elaborate further. The incorporation of Satay City Healthcare to develop and operate an ambulatory care centre is not an unexpected development. The property developer had earlier said in its annual report that the company had identified healthcare as a segment among potential areas for business diversification going forward. SP Satay said that logistics, e-commerce, healthcare and assisted senior living are among the markets to be explored. SP Satay's share price ended the day 2.3% lower at RM1.26 for a market capitalisation of about 5.13 billion ringgit. Hil Industries has gotten the green light from its shareholders to undertake residential development JVs on 5 parcels of land in Sungai Buloh, Klang and Jugra at an EGM held today. With the approval, HIL will partner Unik Sejati, Pembinaan Kesentosaan and Amberton Kerry Golf and Island Resort to develop residential developments with an estimated GDV of 471.1 million on 40.9 hectares of land. In a statement, the group said the developments will comprise 154 stratified double-storey terrace houses in Sungai Buloh, 78 double-storey terrace houses in Klang, as well as 141 stratified bungalows and 428 townhouses in Amberton Cove, Kerry Island. As for the rationale, HIL President and CEO Datuk Milton Ng says the JVs are in line with the company's aim to expand its property business in Klang Valley. He says that based on management feasibility studies, HIL is expected to generate an estimated gross development profit of 96.1 million from the JVs. According to Milton, the JVs allow the group to participate in the developments without an outright purchase of land that would have otherwise required significant cash outlay. Moving forward, HIL says it will continue to source and look for opportunities to obtain more development land within Klang Valley to ensure the continuous growth of its property business. Hapseng Consolidated, via its wholly owned subsidiary Hapseng Land, has been actively seeking land acquisition opportunities, according to its group MD Dato Edward Lee Meng Fu. Lee says the group has been quite aggressive in terms of acquiring land during the economic downturn. On January 3rd, the company announced the purchase of a parcel of land on Jalan Duta for 868.8 million to build a mixed development with a GDV of 8.7 billion ringgit. The group plans to roll out a total of 18 projects in the next 5 years, with the intention of expanding its hospitality portfolio. 3 residential projects are among those in the pipeline this year, of which 2 are high-rises in Kuala Lumpur and landed properties in Sabah. Hapseng Land COO David Kaur was reported as saying that the group is also planning its first venture into hospitality development by building 5 hotels in the next few years, where 4 will be operated by Hyatt and 1 by Marriott. Malaysia Digital, the successor program to MSC Malaysia, will be equipped with a refreshed bill of guarantees and non-location-based incentives, Bernama reports. The framework will also see an expansion of locations for MSC Malaysia promoted activities, said Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation CEO Mahathir Aziz. He says Malaysia Digital will focus on 3 pillars, namely agility, flexibility and relevance. Mahathir explains that the new initiative will offer greater agility to local and international tech companies by providing more options and flexibility for companies to choose from competitive fiscal or non-fiscal incentives. It also seeks to expand beyond designated locations into a nationwide initiative, providing more flexibility and opportunities for companies to grow, expand or reinvest anywhere in Malaysia. In addition, Malaysia Digital will also feature improved governance and processes to meet the industry's diverse needs at speed to accelerate Malaysia's digital economy.
This program was brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.